Hello everyone. In this tutorial video, I'm about to show you how to estimate your construction projects using the ConsTrue software. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is to log into your account, and in the main page you see 4 sections, and here you have to click on Estimate. If you already have estimates, you will see a list of all of them here, and you can search between all of these estimates, but we don't have any, so we're going to create a new one. You enter the project name, you assign a code to your estimate. I usually just use my initials, followed by a date, followed by a number, and then you enter the markup, which is 23%, for example, right now, and then you create your estimate. As you can see, when you create the estimate, you come to this page, which is the estimate page. Here in this section, you have access to all of your estimates. Right now, we only have one of them. And the software calculates the estimate based on the items that you enter here. So for each estimate, you have to enter items and then enter the information for each item so the software could calculate the estimate. Let's say we want to start a new construction project from scratch, and what we have to do is that first we need to acquire construction permits. So the first item would be construction permit, and check. So we created a new item. You click on the item. So here we have a table for this item, and again you could see 5 different sections here. Now, depending on what kind of item you have and depending on your need, you might have to fill in information for all of these, or you might just need to use one of them. It's all up to you and what kind of item you have. So for now, we're just going to use labor, and inside labor, let's say we're going to get construction permit and we're going to start a project. The first thing that we want to do is to survey the land. So we create a new item inside labor, which is land survey. And for the labor class, we put surveyor. The quantity is the number of hours that we're going to put on this. So let's say it takes about 65 hours. The unit is hours. And the rate would be $75 per hour. And then you click on check. The item is added, so you could see the software calculates the bare cost of this labor and the total labor cost. And using your markup, it calculates the marked up amount of the money. What else do we need to do? Let's say we need architectural plans. And a person who does that is an architect. Let's say it takes 120 hours for $95 per hour, and check. And again, it's added here, and the software calculates the cost, and using your markup, calculates the total amount. Another useful tool that the software gives you here is the note. So you can click on this icon here, and you can enter any extra information that is necessary. And later on, you can just refer to it and gain access to your note. You could do the same thing with equipment. If there is any equipment that you need to use for this item, you put in the equipment. And if there's any material that you need, you just add a new item. For example, let's say we're going to build a masonry wall. So the material that we need are CMU blocks. We need 700 pieces. Let's say for $6 a piece. Check. And again, the software calculates the total amount of the money that we need for this material. And overall, the software calculates your estimate for this item. Now, you could see here we have the estimate section and the proposal section. In the proposal section, when you generate a report, you could see the PDF file of your report of your estimate here in this section. In the code section, you could see the PDF code file, and in the company info, you enter all the information about your company, the company name, the address, the phone number, the fax number, the website, and finally the logo of your company. This is all an example here. And then you click on Save. Now it's important that you fill in all this information completely and accurately, because the software uses this information to generate reports and generate your estimate. So we get back to estimate here. And when you generate a report, what you want to do is that you have to enter all of the information that this form requires. Let's start from the beginning. So in this part, you have to fill in the information about yourself, and in this part, you have to fill in the information about your customer. Let's say, project manager, wage type, standard, nothing. Needed to say Frank Smith. Just say company, address, New York City. A telephone number, let's just put in all of this is an example. And then in this section, all the items that you included in your estimate are here. We only have one item, the construction permit. So you can choose whether you want to include it in this report or not. We include the item, and then again you can choose whether you want all the details to be included, the material, the labor, and the total cost, or maybe you just want to put in the total cost and exclude the material and labor. And then here in this part you can add extra information, equipment not included. And you update, it was successfully updated. In this part, in the exclude, there is already a default text. You could read the text, and if you want, you can edit the text based on your need, or you could remove the text altogether and then enter your own text. It's all up to you, but if you want to just edit the text, if you want to keep it, you have to replace the name of your company by this default, your company name here. Here you can see the base contract price for the work that you included here. And the same thing applies to general condition and terms. And finally, in the end, you have to sign your document. So from here, let's just say my company. You set a date, and you can upload your signature, and you create the PDF of your estimate. So the PDF was successfully created, and if you want to access the report that you just created, you come here in this proposal section, you download the estimate, and you can view the file. As you can see, the information of your company, the logo, the information of yourself, your client. Here are the items that you included in your estimate and the total price. Here are the terms, the exclude terms, the general terms. All of them are here. Also the base contract price. And in the end, you have your signature with your name, your company name, and the date. So this is how you estimate your construction projects using the ConsTrue software.
ConsTrue construction management software.